Hi, Joyce Stech here, the Healing Jedi Master, empowering the force within you. And welcome to Your Gem. Today's feature is Royal Gem Carnelian. All right, so I want you to breathe in this carnelian. Make sure your ankles aren't crossed, your wrists aren't crossed, so that you can get this whole feeling and capture this amazing brilliance to this energy. It is warm and full of joy, but the joy that kind of hangs on there, okay? It stays on in the background. It lingers, right? And at the same time, it's stimulating you and empowering you at the same time. So if you need some motivation, breathe that in. And motivation with endurance. These are the times like, yeah, you're motivated to do it and you have a long job to do or a long journey to take. This is what you want to really breathe in as carnelian. It has a lot of leadership qualities to it, and it has a lot of courage, a courage to stay the track. And also like this big protection thing. If you know some of the history behind it, it's kind of pretty cool because ancient warriors, would normally wear carnelian around their neck. It said it gave them more physical power to conquer their enemies and courage. So if you need to conquer that project, think about the energy of carnelian coming through you. It also helps if you're like a speaker or you need to speak. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you say, well, speaking's not my thing, but you kind of be timid about it and you want to get a little bit bolder and like really get your words across to what you need to become eloquent in. Carnelian will help you become not less, well, let's put it this way. It'll help you to be less timid, but it also will become eloquent and bold in your speaking. And a lot of times in ancient Egypt, they would use this. Architects would use this. Interesting. So if you're a builder, if you're someone who works in construction, there's some kind of energy here that really assists you in the building, and also being an alchemist. So alchemists. Alchemy is really big with using carnelian. It helps you to make something that hasn't been created before. All right. I teach a lot about the breastplate of Aaron. It is one of the stones believed to be in the breastplate of the high priest, and it also was very, very strong. And people believing that it prevented the plague, right, or in illnesses, because it went. If you look at the carnelian color, those differences of the red. What I'm showing is kind of orange, but that's like orange deep red. Also has to deal with clearing the blood, right? And also carnelian is with the setting sun. I find that Mandarin garnet, when I talk about royal gem Mandarin garnet, it's like the sunset, but also carnelian is about the sun starting to set, right? It has the feeling of female energy to it, although it has been used very much in the current state of the masculine too. So it's a very active male energy vibration, but in the same aspect, it really is receptive to female energy, feminine energy. So kind of interesting. It really is. I don't see it really balancing out the yin and yang as much as it has more of a Mobius effect between the two. So there's an exchange between the female and male vibration of this to balance things out in your body, which is a different way of explaining it. Royal Gem Carnelian it has a lot of passion to it, has a lot of love to it, has a lot of desire based in it. So again, not only in a love life, but also for your creative life, for your life in general. I was talking about how architects, builders, construction workers use it for stimulating their power and stamina. Athletes use it, military personnel. It tends to get a form of organization, while at the same time it stimulates motivation. Great for salespeople too. So if you want to attract prosperity, you need some new resources, and you just want just good luck, right? This seems to be the vibration for you. So take off those undue pressures from coworkers, of impersonal corporations with unrealistic expectations. It has ambition, but your ambition to go forward, not taking on other people's expectations, but clarifying your own voice. It promotes confidence if you need to do your presentation at work. Think about Royal Gem Carnelian coming in to really give you the confidence you need to go live, either live media or live on stage, or, as I said, in business as presenting your stuff. Really great to protect in the sense of feeling that courage within, okay, to help you overcome difficulties, to help you if you need to defend a cause. This is one of those properties for that. Okay, it's got a lot of physical healing properties to it because it's going to stimulate your metabolism. It's going to get you a good supply of blood to those organs and tissues. It helps influence the reproductive organs of both sexes for fertility, overcoming frigidity and impotence. And if you have menstrual and menopausal symptoms, women have said that it actually helps them with their symptoms. But you got to watch what your symptoms are, because it does have that fire element to it. So you don't want to flare things up. You want to, when metabolism is needed to heat it up, it's a good thing for that. Okay, remember, I'm not a doctor. These are not medical things. It's just for educational purposes. On the emotional end, it has a very high energy. So it helps to restore lost vitality and motivation. It stimulates your creativity for new pursuits, but it's also going to improve your concentration and remove all those extraneous thoughts that if you tend to daydream and not go into action, it'll get rid of the daydreams so you can actually go on in your job. If you tend to have a lot of envy, rage, and resentment, yours or from others, it encourages to get some love in your life. Okay, and also to overcome any abuse of any kind. Trust yourself, trust your own perceptions, and then have the courage to do something about it in an active sense of what you need to do for you. All right, breathe it in. Okay, just feel that, the red and orange carnelians is about self-confidence built on fearlessness to go forward, but, using your brain cells, right? So self-confidence, passion, energy, and life. It's motivating. It is you think of fire and blood moving through you, strong, deep feelings, durable energy, and a quiet passion to your life. All right, relax. And I don't know how you relax after Carnelian, because get fired up and get motivated. Hey, do that job. It's waiting for you, and you're going to love doing it.